How we doing, guys? Excuse me. Been a while again. Just a quick brew of what I've been brewing recently. Just in the middle of having a malt miller all grain kit. This particular one is the Daft brewing across the malt miller oatmeal stout. The ingredients are crisp Chevalier, I probably said that wrong, heritage malt, crisp crystal dark malt, Dingerman's dehusked roast barley, I probably said that wrong, Thomas Fawcett oat malt, oat husks, crisp low coloured chocolate malt, and East Kent Goldings is the hops. Also comes with London ale yeast, liquid yeast. Day is it? It's Tuesday. This particular brew I brewed about 3 or 4 weeks ago. The wife got it for me for my birthday. I've had one of these kits before, not this particular one of the malt miller ones, and it was pretty good, the last one. I can't remember what one it was now. Boxcar, I think it was. So I did this. I used in the grain father. There was already one on the system, so I basically used one that somebody else had put on there. So it just automatically did it for me, did all the hard work for me. I did the brew. Here's the beer. It's a bit cloudy. I had an issue with my cognac keg. I must have had a bit of hop in there or something, and it got into the pipe and then stuck into the connector for the connector for the beer. So I was trying to get beer out, nothing was coming out, so a bit pissed off. Finally managed to sort of get it out, degas it all, get it out. There was a little tiny bit of hop leaf in there. Put it all back together, regassed it, poured another pint, blocked again. So I prodded the little nipple bit, and lo and behold, face full of flipping beer. And poured in a little bit of hop. Anyway, it worked, so I had to go and wash my face before I did this video. So this particular brew day didn't go according to plan. Now, it's an oatmeal stout. It's a 20 litre batch size. The original gravity should have been 1050 and final gravity 1014, giving it a 4.8% beer and 31 IBUs. The mash temperature was at 67. The length was 60 minutes. The boil was a 90-minute boil, and there was 43 grams of East Kent Goldings for the full 90-minute boil. And then add yeast nutrient in the last 15 minutes. So I did everything it said on here. Brewed it at 19 degrees. Well, probably a little bit more than that because of the heat that we had at that particular time. So when I did my first gravity read, my OG gravity reading, original, I was quite off. I was like, well, it should have been whatever it was, and I was like, well, that's not very high. And I can't remember what it was. 1030 something, 1036. My OG was. Like, well, no, I need to be another 14 points. So 1036. I was like, okay, what's gone wrong here? I couldn't for the life figure out what I'd done wrong. I'd done it to everything that was on the instructions. Mashed it, sparged it, did everything. So it was there. It was. It is what it is. It was what it was. So obviously I brewed it, fermented it, kegged it. So instead of coming out at 4.8, it came out about 3.6. So a little bit miffed it didn't come out how I wanted it to. I'm not 100% sure why. I don't know if it was something I'd done or whether there was something wrong with the kit, because there didn't seem to be a lot of grain there. Whether I'd over sparged it, I don't know. But anyway, this is the bit. This is the bit. It's a little bit cloudy because obviously I've had to move the keg and sediment. I did have a nice one finger head on there. I'm going to spill this everywhere. But the aroma, you definitely get the malt background from it. Chocolate, heritage malt, the dark malts are all there. Barley, you can taste. It is very, very malty. Just tastes a little bit thin. It has got a good mouthfeel to it, but it's a little bit thin. And there's a slight aftertaste. I'm not quite sure what it is. I think it's just the malt. It's almost, I don't know, it's almost like, I'm trying to think what it reminds me of. I can't remember what it reminds me of. Anyway, all in all, it's not a bad beer. It's just a shame it didn't turn out how I wanted it to. 3.6 instead of 4.8. A little bit thin. East Kent Goldings, it's kind of hidden behind all the malty flavours. It's really, really like a little bit bitter, which I don't know. I thought it'd be, I don't know. But what I'm going to do, I will do it again. Very dry, very dry. I will do it again, but I'll be more. I think rather than following somebody else's pre-downloaded thing on the Grainfather app, I might not use the Grainfather next time because I might just use my Bulldog system because I prefer that. I get more efficiency out of it than I do ever do out of the Brewdog Grainfather. Don't know why, but just do. But yeah, I mean it's all right. It's got really quite. It is quite bitter. I did add a little bit more East Kent Goldings to it. I kind of did a little dry up, only about 10-15 grams. Just had a little bit laying around after 3 or 4 days. Don't think it made much of a difference, to be honest, because there's such a malty background on this. I think it's just drowned any flavour of the hops out, to be honest. It's not bad. The worst brewer I've had. Shame it didn't come out I was expecting. I have done a few other brews. I've done a apple and a Victoria plum pale. That's just been put in the keg a couple of days ago. I did have a couple last night just to see what it was like. I did do a brew last night. I did a pale, a bit of Maris sauce that I had left over, and some Golden Promise. So I just put them both in about 6.5 kilos. That's now bubbling away like mad just there. And I put some wet hops in there that I've been growing. I think they're quite good. I've got to try these out really. These are just a small amount of what I've got. Did get quite a good batch this year. And this is Fuggles. Fuggles and Challenger I put in there. That was all, nothing else. So we'll see how that goes. But that's bubbling away. That was a 1058 OG. I've also got another brew bubbling away next to it. And my brain's gone. Can't remember what that is. And oh, that's a stout. That's the Imperial Stout. It's a kit. It's Wilco's kit. I did 2 Wilco kit cans of their Velvet Stout. A couple of bags of sugar in there as well. Plus the malt extract stuff. What's it? Dry malt extract. It's been a while since I've done a kit. 30 litres I started off with. Boiled down to about 25, 26. and that came out at nearly 10.90 something. It was going to be a big one anyway. 10.96 I think it was. That's going okay. I'll dry hop that with some cryo hops or something. I've got some Equinox cryo hops. Not quite sure what else to put in it. I've got that many hops laying around. And yeah, I'll see how it goes with that one. But that's going to be bottled, that, because if I put that on the keg, that's just going to be a fucking every night on that. I ain't going to be doing that. So, yeah, so life in general's alright. I was at the hospital today. I've got a hernia. I've got to have an operation on it. They was just doing some pre-op checkups on me, making sure things were as they were and asking all the questions that they ask before you go into an operation. That will be sometime soon, not quite sure when. Just waiting on the letter to come through now with the date. Still buying vinyl. Picking up stuff here, there and everywhere. Managed to get some bargains the other day. There's one of them down here. Let's have a look. Yeah, I've got Energy Flash somewhere. Joey Beltram. Picked that one up the other day for a couple of quid. Yeah, I managed to pick a box full up for about 20 quid. And that has some banging tunes in. Oh, here we go. What's that? I can't even say it. Megalon Spook. I think you've probably never heard of that one. Rosso Into Your Heart. Techno and stuff like that. Mainly techno and trance down there. Plus all the, you've got a bit of Flying Rhino behind us. But yeah, I'm still buying the stuff. I need a bigger shed. Don't know where the hell I'm going to put all this stuff. I definitely need a bigger shed. But yeah, I'm putting on work. That's just going on as it is. It's getting to that time of year now where it's starting to get wet in the mornings and stuff doesn't quite get done like you'd like it to. But yeah, I'm off out in a couple of weekends up to Spalding with my mate Kev. Have a few beers with him. He's on about some YouTubers up there. I can't remember, it's Dog and Partridge. I can't remember who it is now. He's on about saying going up there to the Poor Boy Brewery, or I don't know what they're doing. See what happens. But other than that, oh yeah, did a Bad Cat Imperial Red as well. Extract kit. That came out at about 8.4. I'll do a video on that later. Yeah, but I am still here. I am still about, and I'll catch you all later.